I'm here with Graham Bromley from Codemasters. So Graham, what at the minute is your role at Codemasters?
I'm the lead level designer with Racing Studio at Codemasters, and we make such games as Grid Autosport most recently.
Now, is there a reason that you've wanted to do this? Is this something that you wanted to do as a child?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up playing racing games when I was, I suppose, around about 10. My dad bought me a game on the BBC Micro system called Revs 4 Tracks, and I raced that endlessly, pretending to be doing ITC homework. Instead, I was playing computer games. And yeah, it just developed from there. Started building levels in all kinds of games, and eventually, after I left university, an opportunity came up at Codemasters, and been there ever since.
Now, there's been two big game releases by Codemasters, Grid Autosport and Formula 1 2015. We'll talk about Formula 1 a little bit first. Is that sort of it's sort of more the official game for Formula 1? So how do you make sure it looks as official as possible?
Well, I should say we actually have two studios in Codemasters. I work in the racing studio in Southam, so we make the games like Grid and the Dirt series. And our F1 game is actually made by our sister studio in Birmingham. So I have to say I did very little on the F1 game, so I'm not sure I can answer too many questions about it. But it is designed to be more of a sim game. It's meant to be a very accurate representation of F1 and F1 driving. Okay,
we'll talk about Grid Autosport then. Now, Grid Autosport, obviously, you 5 different classes. Touring's a main one because it's as close to a touring car game as we got in a minute. Was that something that you had in mind while making it?
Yeah, the guys were very keen to make a game that was a lot more authentic, kind of more reminiscent, say, of Grid 1 than perhaps Grid 2. So we were very keen to try and recapture that feeling of authentic motorsport. So we were very lucky to be able to get a lot of help from a lot of the teams on the grid here who came in and gave us feedback on the cars and the tracks in order to help us make a much better game, a much more authentic game.
And see a new release, a new sort of add-on, so to speak, the Alfa Romeo and Silverstone and Donington Park. Is there a reason that you put that on? What sort of influenced it?
Well, there's an awful lot of people remember fondly, myself included, the old Colin McRae, the old Codemasters TOCA games, and yeah, these are the touring cars from that era. So yeah, the chance to build, get racing in the Audi Quattro, the 850 Volvo Estate, and the Alfa that you've already mentioned around classic tracks like Silverstone and Donington. It was, well, we didn't want to miss it, and it was very popular. A lot of fans were asking for more and more touring car. I think it's one of the strengths of the game that we've built.
And finally, have you been thinking about maybe adding on the touring car sort of calendar, so adding on circuits like Snetterton Croft and all those sort of ones?
As a level designer, I'd love to. I mean, I'm passionate about tracks, and I'd like to, and maybe in future games, put those kind of things in. But at this point in time, there are no plans to.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, Graham, and very good luck producing more games in the future.
Cheers, Lewis. Thanks very much.